Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Daft Detectorist. Look at that, you see that? My name coming up there. Found a new animation thing. I'm loving doing these edits now. Do it again. Right, I'm here alone again. Steady Eddie's having to do his work. And do you know what his excuse was? But Jerry, I need to make money to put clothes on my kids' back and to feed them. Priorities, Steady Eddie. I'm missing him. But wait, so his son comes to my youth theatre. I teach kids drama. Don't worry, I don't teach them anything about metal detecting. You're all safe there. But he sent his son in with this. Sent my flask back because I left it in his car. And this. Look. One of these, can you see it? Ooh. It's a magnifying. I was going through all my finds last night. There we go, so thank you. It's got a wee light on it. Look. I'm a geek now. I'm a proper geek. Thanks to Steady Eddie. It's a good man. Right, okay. So I'm back here in this field that I usually just cross over to go to the fields that I detect in. But I turned my machine on the other day and I found what's now been confirmed as definitely medieval. So it's the little, I thought they were pipe tampers. Some people saying they're pipe tampers. Somebody's saying that they're medieval coat hooks. Somebody sent me a picture and they do look like the tops of the coat hooks, that maybe the hooks have been snapped off, so that's why they're straight. But I can't see where it would curl round. So I'm more going for pipe tampers. Also, the polo mint looking thing was actually a medieval spindle whorl. It's all been confirmed by the experts, and I'm calling them experts because it says top contributor on the Facebook thing. They usually know what they're talking about. So there's a lot of signs of medieval here. The field behind it is where I found a lot of lead weights and stuff, so possibly some kind of market area. And it's the field I've never done, because remember I kept saying the grass was too long, but the sheep and the cows have now hoovered up all the grass and we're good to go. So I've got a couple of hours, I've got a full charger on my phone, I've got a full charger on my metal detector, I've got a full flask of coffee, full of a man. Okay, let's get digging. I've come about 5 foot. Now there's the gate there, right? And this, it's nothing of value. It's a bucket list for me though, and I can't express how happy I am with this find. It's a toy soldier. It is. I mean, I don't know about anyone else, but see, when I was a kid, one Christmas morning I got like a skateboard, drums, all some great stuff. But then one of my extra presents was a plastic tub filled with grey soldiers and brown plastic soldiers, and I would honestly spend hours in the back garden. I'd sit them all over in the trees. I would put in the trees, I'm sounding as if I live in some big fancy manor. We had one tree, we had an apple tree at the back, so I put the soldiers in the trees and I put basins of water about they could fall in, and I would be there for hours. And that took me straight back to just sitting as a kid, my own headspace, no phones, no nothing, and I would create battles for hours and hours. And the farmer's son back in the day, I can imagine it was the farmer's son because it's not too old, I don't know, Victorian, I'd imagine, a Victorian toy. And he's just sat out here maybe watching his dad out there doing all the hard work and just playing in amongst, imagine playing with your toy soldiers in amongst all this terrain. If I find nothing else today, I'll go home a happy man. I'm just ranting away about a toy soldier, and you're probably like, try and find coins. But again, more signs of life, and I just absolutely love that. I shall name him Bob. If you've watched my videos before, you'll know that this farm's got hundreds of sheep, but one crazy one. It's in the field alone today. Wait a minute. Can you see? Oh, it won't zoom. Hold on, I'll turn. Right, see that, Ian? That ram's the crazy one. Wee Rambo. I think the farmer must have put him out in his own field today. He's been a naughty boy, Rambo. He's kind of sizing me up, but doesn't seem as rowdy when he's on his own. Maybe he just shows off to his pals, I might be alright. But I'm definitely keeping a wee close eye on him today. me the fear. You know, my machine was given just a mad wee signal that I'd not heard before, and I thought it was probably iron, but I wasn't sure, but I dug it anyway, and it was iron, just really old corroded iron. But you still got to dig everything, because you never know. I'd have dreamt about that all night, going, oh, what if. Well, in we go. Just a wee bit of copper wire. I'd lost the signal, and then something happened to me that's not really happened to me before. It was stuck to my shovel in a clod. So there we are, just trying to escape. The patina on it's turning green, which means it's probably copper. Well, other metals turn green: copper, brass and bronze. Eddie wasn't even here. Brass and bronze. My God. Brass, bronze and copper. Any other patinas that turn green, let us know, folks. Right, on we go. Did you hear that, Bob? I said brass and bronze instead of bronze and brass. I know. Some laugh, eh? And we're out. Let's do a little knife. Okay, I have to leave the detector on just now, just for that. See if this is a hot rock. I'm absolutely raging, by the way. See these feckin' things? It's almost like coal. You find them everywhere. This used to be an old midden, so it was an old dumping ground back in kind of Victorian times. So you wouldn't find a lot of junk. There wasn't plastics, and metal was a lot more valuable back then, even their tin and stuff, so they wouldn't throw a lot of that away. But their fuel, holy moly! I should be collecting this, I swear to God, because see my heating bill? I should just be collecting this and using it. On my detector, if I put it to the 6 deep screen, the line goes up and down and tells you, don't dig, it's a hot rock. My line was going up and down, and I dug it, because I'm an idiot. Oh well, the title of the show isn't the good Detectorist. Hot rock. They stress me right out, by the way, honestly, the bane of my life. Coke, people call it as well. There's Rambo. It doesn't matter, actually. I've got Bob. Listen, Bob, mate, I know I said I'd be happy if you were all I found today, but don't want to hurt your feelings, but I lied. So you're gonna help me out and find something. We're in a medieval field here. I know you're no medieval. You definitely don't have clobber like that. But come on, help me out. Next dig, next hole. Medieval. Cheers, mate. And the next signal is out in amongst this stuff here, somewhere. So I have to keep it a bit and that. It's not going up and down, so it shouldn't be a hot rock. Oh, we're in here. So wherever it is in here. I'm seeing white, so it's telling me lead. Oh, what we got? Here we might have, folks. Oh yes, what we've got here, yes, is a beautiful lead bag seal. So these were used back in the day, through the centuries. I think they started getting used. I'm going to stand up here and get away from this beeping detector. Wow, I love this. I'll give it a clean up and show you in a minute. But this is a lead bag seal, and pretty sure it is, yes. It's the biggest one I've found. And what they would do, you would use these to seal bags of goods. So if we're out on a farm, might have been bags of grain, expensive goods basically, and it was to make sure that nobody was breaking in and stealing a bit. Almost like a wax seal for a letter, so a lead bag seal. I'm going to give it a wee clean up, guys, but could well be medieval. We're in this medieval field, which has definitely got to be medieval, especially if this turns out to be a medieval bag seal. Do you know what? I'm so happy with that. Cheers, Bob. He's in my pocket. Wee pep talk worked. Right, I'll give that a clean. There she is. Now, I got to use my magnifying glass thing, but I can't make out any detail on it at all. And the shape of it now, I've got all the dirt off it. I'm not ruling out medieval token, by the way, a lead token. It does have the shape of a bag seal, but it's so big and very chunky. Whatever that was on, I mean, whatever that bag seal was on, that's going to be heavier than the goods. So I'm not going to rule out. Here it is. Excellent. It's an old saying in Scotland. I'm chuffed to bits. Chuffed to bits. And so are the sheep. What? They've all congregated. They're happy for me. They're happy for me. Medieval. Girls. Medieval lead seal. Yep. Yep. Thank you. I know. I walk past it every day. Every day, this field. Yep. It's nice to get out. Oh, look. Tell me, so, I'm going to say buzzard. It's probably a crow. I nearly walked away from this because it was getting hot rock, and it was similar to hot rock, but it wasn't going straight up and down, it was going straight up and down but curling a tiny wee bit. And there we go, it looks like a little knob off a drawer. There we go, I love the colouring of it. So an old brass, I'd say that would be a brass knob that would maybe go in an old set of drawers, pull the drawer open, some kind of wee cabinet, and I'm guessing Victorian for that, probably kind of mid-Victorian times. Could be later, I mean could be earlier than that even, who knows. But I like that, a wee knob. Now let us freezing out here. Triangular iron, really thin, it's been definitely cut. Roman stop sign, awful. I think I've got a leaky welly. One wet foot. I'd rather have two wet feet, feel unbalanced now. Might just slice my other one. Oh, right, got a good signal there. See what we've got. It's a good signal, but it was just a wee rifle round. Well, part of a rifle round. There we are, nothing fancy. Maybe it's Bob's. Lunchtime, rolls and corned beef. One for me, and one for Bob. Actually, let's get me a meat in it, Bob. You can have that one, mate. Butcher's corned beef, by the way. The maple syrup coffee's back. So I was just sitting, eating my roll, talking away to Bob there. What I've noticed is, he was obviously, when he was sat on something, see? So old Bob there would have been sat on a tank or something, right? And I bet he sat there looking so proud and so tough. Bob in his tank. But unfortunately, Bob without his tank, just like he's permanently taking a dump. It's not the best look for you, Bob, is it? How we need to try and find your tank. Aye, get a bit of your masculinity back. Because right now, you literally just look like you're shiting yourself. Sorry, Steady Eddie, you've been papped. It's me and my wee Bob. No, I didn't say me and my wee Bobby. I've already made a knob joke today. Behave yourself. I better get digging actually, because the rain's coming. The reason I chose today to dig is for the next 6 days there's like a 96% chance of rain every day, and today was the only day that there was a 95% chance of rain. So you know, in Scotland you've got to take those good days when they come. Okay, I'm going to get digging, hopefully get a few more signals for you. Either it'll just be me yapping again today. Sorry. Hey, over 300 subscribers now. You beautiful bunch of sexy people. Right, here we go. I just want you to see what it is that I'm actually digging in today. Oh, do you hear that? There we are. This is what I'm working with. Poor Steady Eddie. You know, he takes up metal detecting. You see all these folk out in the nice flat ploughed fields, and I'm like, let's go to a mountain swamp. It's a hill. I know, I like to be dramatic. Bit of crap. Rubbish. Yeah. You'd never know I was here. So this is the best signal, which I've had all day, right? So that's on the 5G, I'm getting 85 to 87. So watch when I switch to 6 deep. Oh, it's changed, it was going diagonally. There, see a diagonal, which I'm led to believe should be a coin. But it's me we're talking about here. And you know, a very good saying, a little bit of knowledge is a very dangerous thing. So that makes me a very dangerous person. Well, let's dig it and see what it is. It's the Daft one. You saw the settings there, what they were both doing. Let's see what it comes up with. And this is living proof right here of the pain of being a detectorist. So it's coming up like that, and I'm thinking, yes. Seeing the swirls, thinking Celtic coin. Yeah, look at that. I mean, come on. And then you turn it around. Oh, the heartache. I mean, what the hell is that? Why does it look so nice? Who's making bolts look so... It's definitely a bolt. It's not some kind of silver. It's just, look at the colour of that. Oh, well, as always, if you know what it is, give the comments a whiz. I'll keep a hold of it. It's a wee mad mushroom. Well, my machine was doing its job. I mean, I could see why I thought it was a coin. And so did I. The pain, the heartache. But I love it. Well, what a day I'm having, everyone. And I will never get bored of finding these. I found a few recently. And here we have it, another musket ball. A lead musket ball. You see this? It is taking a battering. That has hit something and has hit something hard right there. As you can see, the indent. Get that dirt away. Sorry, my detector's chattering away again, so I'll just walk away from it. And look at that. It's almost, if you ask me, it's been fired twice. It looks as if here, that indent there, and then here. So they've maybe found it again and used it, put it back in. And these were musket balls predominantly used around about the 1500s. They were used in the American Civil War, and basically you would put the musket ball into the rifle. You would load the rifle with gunpowder, and then you would stand and fire it at your enemy while they're probably reloading their musket rifle, literally about 10 to 50 yards away from each other. I've said in my last video there was no tactics then, it was just load as fast as you can and shoot and hope not to be shot. And these could do a hell of damage. Not very accurate, the musket rifle, but when hit, you know all about it. In fact, you wouldn't know anything about it, you'd be dead unless it hit you square in the nuts. And I absolutely adore that. I've said it before, you have to inform the treasure trove unit of these. That's classed as treasure. So say if this was 1500s, I reckon this is a wee bit after, because it's a smaller one. They were a lot bigger when they first were invented, and maybe about twice the size of that one. So it wouldn't be as old. So I'm guessing late 1600s, 1700s, but I'm sure somebody could correct me on there if I'm wrong. But look at that, eh? Look at that for ammunition. some weight in it. And just picture the guy carrying a few of these in their pocket with the gunpowder, walking down this hill looking for their kill, because there is deer round about here. The other day when my battery ran out, just in that field there, and I swear on my kids' lives, my battery ran out and I just heard this, and 2 deer ran from the hedge line there and down into the woods there. They'd wait for me to pass and then bombed it. 2 of them. It was magnificent. So probably people hunting for deer back in the day. And honestly, the deer ran past me and I was just like, they look absolutely delicious. I'm only kidding. Vegetarians and vegans, they were beautiful. And that's just what's magical about this. I'm seeing all sorts of wildlife, deers, pheasants, grouse, sheep, coos. And now I'm holding something in my hand. So say if it's 1700, 1800, 1900, over 300 years old, but possibly a lot older. Thank you, field. Just keeps giving. The medieval field. I'm fascinated by this. Now, it looks like nothing on first glance, doesn't it? Just a bit of junk, and that's what I was just going to put it in my backpack, is junk. But I will give you a close-up look at this, but there's fabric on that, and it's very finely weaved. You see that? It's probably just farming stuff, but the patina, the look of it all. Is that cork? Is that cork? And I don't want to rub it too much in case it all falls apart, but copper spring. Some kind of spring, but it's, I mean, I'm intrigued by that, especially that. Let's see if I can get a proper. There we go, look at that. I mean, it might be nothing, but I won't get too excited, but it's just, I don't know. Did medieval people have springs? Anyway, as always, if you know what it is, give the comments a whiz, but that's, I mean, this field just keeps giving. I've only done a wee strip of it. Teletubby. Oh my god. My latest find. Look at that. Is that a mark in there actually? Don't know if that's markings on there. It's iron. Looks like a wee tool maybe? No, I don't know. No idea as always. So, any help would be great. It's getting windy. It's going to rain heavy soon, so I don't think I'll be out here too much longer. I've had a great day. I wonder what that is. It's getting really windy, so this might be my last video. So I found this, I thought it was a nail at first. Let's see that there. Go and zoom. And it's got a kind of spiral, yeah, and it's got a little, oh, my focusing's terrible. There we go. What do you make of that, folks? Do you know what I think that might be? Because there's something would clasp in, and you would pin it in. The threads made me thought it was a screw first, but I think that's just, could be a screw. It's not a screw. That could be an old brooch pin. I don't think it's an annular brooch from medieval. It could be medieval. It's really, really old. I'm fascinated by that. So, as always, if you know what it is, give the comments a whiz. And I'll keep digging for the next 10 minutes, but then that'll be me. Because it's freezing. I'm due running over there and cuddling into the sheep. Jokes in there, but let's not go down that route, please. Oh, I've just realised something I said in one of my videos with Bob. He's clearly either a World War I or World War II soldier, and And I said he was maybe a Victorian toy. Didn't wear that gear when Victoria was the Queen. I'll keep it in though. Anyway, see y'all next time.